Really energetic kids at the Jamison School. We've been having a lot of fun this morning, no doubt about it. We've been talking about it's finally warming up, and you guys have been getting things going, right? It's finally warming up. What are you setting up at home?
We're trying to set up a trampoline, a big, massive one.
A massive one? And do you think with temperatures in the 70s you'll be using that?
Yeah.
All right. What do you think about getting outside now? Is it so much more fun now?
Yes.
Yes? How about you? What are you doing for fun outside in the warmth?
Maybe going in my pool.
Your pool? Is it almost? I mean, it's not that crazy anymore. What are you looking forward to doing?
Going outside.
Going outside. Let's come down here. Oh, yeah, he's got his hand raised. So polite. What are you looking forward to doing outside?
I think that I might invite all my friends over for a basketball game on my basketball court.
Are you going to play basketball?
Yeah.
Are you going to beat him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. Oh, what are you looking forward to doing when it's nice and warm out?
Inviting friends at my house.
How many of you, you live in Old Orchard Beach. How often do you go to the beach itself? Have you guys been yet this year?
Yeah.
Are you going to go when it's warm out? Are you going to go in the water? No. These guys know what's up. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
I don't see myself ready for the water until late August, but I'm ready for some of those OOB French fries.
Yes. Oh, pier fries are the best, right? Oh, look forward to those. Okay, Ted, thanks so much. Well, this morning it's time to stuff the ballot boxes.
Slugger needs our help. He needs your help. He is nominated again for the Mascot Hall of Fame. Slugger is one of 18 up for consideration. The only minor league baseball mascot up for the honor. There has never been a minor league mascot to reach the hall. And Slugger, he's been losing these base races to children for like 30 years now.
We got to give him something,
He
right?
needs a win.
He needs a win for sure, and I think it's well deserved. He works hard for us. Let's work hard for him. Go vote. It's 6:27 here on your Tuesday morning. We're back in 2 minutes.
You're watching Channel 8 WMTW. Maine's total coverage starts right now.
It's 6:30 here on your Tuesday morning as we welcome you back with a live look to the sunrise. This is from our West Baldwin Skycam. Gorgeous start out there.
Sun getting high in the sky pretty quickly as well.
It's still chilly out there. Even though it's starting to get a little bit higher, it looks a little bit hazy out there. It's still kind of chilly still
Yeah,
out
chilly
there.
compared to the last couple of days, but still short sleeve weather. And I know meteorologist Ted McInerney, he's live at Weather School at Old Orchard Beach. Some of the students just in shorts. I mean, we're ready for summer, Ted, or spring at least.
Yeah, we are. You know, we're ready for summertime, right? That's what we've been talking about. Got a couple of kids left here. You guys want to wave? Well, these are the tough ones. They're hanging out in the. It's cold. I know it's May 9th, but it's 38 degrees right now, guys. 38 partly sunny skies. As we take a look at our current conditions, the sun, though, does feel good. And temperatures around the region, it's even colder in Sanford, in at 32 degrees right now. 42 Wells, 44 Kittery, 35 in Acton, 34 Wiscasset, and 40 in Augusta at this hour. Our 12-hour forecast here in Old Orchard Beach, we're looking at temperatures into the mid-50s. Most spots do get close to 60 today. We'll have a few midday clouds, and you can see a high pressure generally keeping things dry and mostly cloud-free. You can see across southern Maine a few clouds during the afternoon, but 59. 61 Cornish, 61 Lewiston, Auburn, and as we head up into the mountains, we're looking at more sunshine. Temperatures will be up into the 60s too. You can see 61 Damascotta, a little bit of an ocean breeze keeping Booth Bay Harbor to 49. That's where the ocean breeze really does matter. But we'll send it over to Colleen, who has a check of traffic this morning. How are the roads?
Well, we're in pretty good shape so far this morning. Don't have any accidents or big slowdowns to report for you, so we're in good shape there. Lots of green on the traffic map. Of course, congestion's picking up at the normal intersections and interchanges, but like I said, no issues. You're not going to run into any stop-and-go traffic. Things are flowing fine, excellent. In fact, in and out of the city of Portland, your drive times are almost all in the green. In fact, they are all in the green now. Gorham to Portland was a minute slow, back to normal. We're in excellent shape right now. Kathleen? Oh, good news there. Okay, great news to start your day. Colleen, thanks so much. Today, the South Portland City Council will discuss how best to protect Bug Light State Park. This is after it rejected an agreement to let a nonprofit oversee its conservation.
Yeah, some locals divided over this issue as well. The decision has upset some environmental advocates in South Portland. James Corrigan is joining us live from Bug Light Park this morning with the details. Hey, James.
Good morning, Terry. You couldn't have asked for a much better morning, despite Ted's going on about how much cooler it is than it has been the last few days. You can't beat too much here at Bug Light State Park, and you certainly can't beat some of the views here at Bug Light State Park. We've shown you the water, and really you can't get a much better look at the view of the Portland skyline as well, despite that boat blocking a little bit of the skyline. Perfect place to see the water, perfect place to see the city. Always so peaceful out here, but what hasn't been peaceful lately has been the argument over how to best conserve this park. The South Portland City Council later today is going to hold a workshop on how to best decide their options after it rejected what they call a conservation easement, which would have put control over the conservation of this park to a nonprofit trust. Now, an easement is a legal agreement to restrict the use of a piece of land for future development. It would have passed that responsibility off to the nonprofit South Portland Land Trust. Now, the City Council says that an easement would be unnecessary and that control should still belong to the city's elected representatives, but we spoke earlier this morning to the head of the South Portland Land Trust, and they say that the lack of an easement leaves the park open to hypothetical future sales and developments.
There's nothing on the horizon, but it's not impossible to think that a little corner could be sold off for development, or a nice little interpretive museum could be built there, and we're just trying to make sure that the value of this space is protected forever.
The council will meet later on this afternoon in a workshop, as we just mentioned, to discuss their options. That was Alex Redfield you just heard from, and he says that he hopes that the members of the city council can better understand the complexities of the conservation easement, and he hopes that that is an agreement that could still potentially be reached. Live in South Portland, I'm James Corrigan with Maine's Total Coverage.
James, thank you so much. Maine legislators are being asked to review the state constitution. The bill introduced to the Judiciary Committee yesterday proposes looking at whether state senators should serve 4-year terms instead of just 2 years like House members, as well as creating a lieutenant governor position and allowing voters to elect constitutional officers like Secretary of State, Attorney General, and Treasurer.
But the way we do it means that the political party in power pretty much chooses the constitutional officer. And so it's a highly partisan event. And I think that the constitutional officers who are nonpartisan when they become constitutional officers should be elected directly by the people.
The bill would create a 2-year timeline for the commission to make its recommendations. 2/3 of the legislature, plus a simple majority of voters, are required to amend Maine's constitution.
Also happening at Augusta this afternoon, there'll be a hearing on the so-called right to repair issue. Earlier this year, supporters of the Citizens Initiative collected enough valid signatures. The effort would allow vehicle owners and independent repair shops to access onboard diagnostic systems in cars. Right now, though, that information can only be accessed by dealerships. Maine voters will see the referendum question on the ballots this coming November.
And legislators are considering changes and a delay to a new law that bans out-of-state trash from being dumped in a Maine-owned landfill. A proposed compromise would allow Casella, which runs the Juniper Ridge landfill near Old Town, to accept roughly 10% of the construction and demolition debris that used to be trucked into Maine from Massachusetts. Casella says it needs more bulky waste to keep the landfill stable and to accept PFAS-laden sludge from municipal wastewater treatment plants. Another law passed last year bans spreading sludge on Maine land.
The two laws were diametrically opposed, that you cannot stop the marketing and selling of biosolids as a spreadable fertilizer and at the same time expect them to show up in a landfill and be bulked with nothing.
We do agree that probably in the short term, ensuring that there's additional bulky material that would be available for landfilling will reduce the uncertainty for the wastewater treatment plants primarily.
Casella is now charging cities and towns up to 50% more to truck their municipal sludge well beyond the landfill to New Brunswick, Canada. May marks Older Americans Awareness Month.
And the Southern Maine Agency on Aging is asking people to do the following. Recognize the contributions that seniors have made in our communities. The organization connects Mainers with resources that they may need, like information about Medicare and caregiving options. They say this month, even taking a moment just to say hello can go a long way.
Say hello, stop in, get to know people. There's so much social isolation and loneliness right now coming out of the pandemic, and people just really need to know that they matter, that they're seen and heard and valued by us.
In Maine, there are more than 400 volunteers with the Southern Maine Agency on Aging. Staff is encouraging anybody who's interested in helping out to contact them.
Putting in the hours. Coming up, some volunteers working hard at a Maine camp ahead of their new sessions this year. That is coming up in just a minute. And let's give you a live look outside, this time toward Portland, as we check back in with Ted. Yeah, a little cooler out there, Ted, but it looks nice.
Yeah, definitely a pretty looking day today. We're going to talk about a cooler day, but the warm-up returns really fast. We'll talk about that coming up next. All right, we are back for weather at your school. We're here at the Jamison School, and to give you the bus stop forecast, I feel even more impressed right now because we have a bus right here. So let's take a look at that bus stop forecast. The most fitting bus stop forecast we've done. 40 degrees for the pickup. It's definitely chilly to start off the day. As we head into the afternoon recess, it should be nice, but temperatures are cooler than they were the last couple of days. Still pretty good for the kids at 57 after school. Let's take a look at what's going on as far as temperatures are outside your door. It feels a little bit better now, although it's still chilly, 39. I think the sun is really helping out. Clear skies on our satellite and radar picture. You can see as we take a look at what's going on as far as our total storm tracker. Not much other than a few clouds coming in during the afternoon, clearing out. And then tonight we are getting ready for a frost advisory. You can see that right here. I'm going to skip ahead. Temperatures will be about 59 today, but there's the frost advisory from 1 a.m. to 8 a.m. and that means along coastal Cumberland and York County out toward mid-coast areas, Sagadahoc, Knox, Lincoln, and Waldo counties. The growing season's kind of started already, so if you have potted plants, you want to make sure you protect them, shelter them with a sheet over them. If you already got a little happy there and got planting, I know the nursery, I went to 2 nurseries over the weekend, and it was like you were at a rock concert. People were ready to garden, enjoying the warmth, and so was I. And I'll tell you, my plants, I didn't put them quite in the pots yet, but they are in the garage this morning. They will be again tonight to keep them a little bit sheltered. Guys?
So I don't know what kind of rock concerts Ted's going to, but apparently ones with a lot of potted plants. We get to a certain age, Ted, right? Things change.
Wow, you have left Ted McInerney speechless. I don't think I've seen that in quite some time.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah, same here.
Good job, Terry.
Ted, thank you.
Yep.
Volunteers making things a little bit brighter for Camp Sunshine in Casco.
Employees from Texas Roadhouse restaurants across New England coming here to Maine to clean and prepare the camp for upcoming sessions. Camp Sunshine has hosted children with life-threatening illnesses and their families since 1984. These volunteers celebrating an 11-year partnership. They've been able to raise more than $1 million.
You know, we're family now, you know. I think that the give and take both from Camp Sunshine as well as Texas Roadhouse is just unbelievable. You know, it really touches everybody's hearts here.
Camp Sunshine has supported more than 60,000 children and their families across the country and around the world. So the work they do is really important, and to know that they've got some support to help them get ready is really important too.
Absolutely. Some thoughtful volunteers, and they're hard at work there, as we're showing you. It is 6:44 here on this Tuesday morning. A little bit chillier, taking a live look at Ogunquit. Nice sunrise. We're back in just a couple of minutes with your total coverage to go.
Right now it's 6:46 here on your Tuesday morning. We have a live look behind us. Another clear morning as we look toward Mount Washington there.
Yeah, it's a very nice view. We're going to check in with meteorologist Ted McInerney. Weather at your school at Old Orchard Beach today, the Jameson School for our 8th day. Hey, Ted, good morning to you and the friends you have with you.
Yeah, well, we sent the kids home. They had to get breakfast to get ready for the day. But I'll tell you, it is Teacher Appreciation Week. Got to start with my wife first. But all the teachers that we have out there that work so hard, and especially all the ones from Weather Your School. We got to bring one on here, and this is Andrea White. Come on over, Andrea. Andrea has been doing Weather at Your School with us for many years.
Yes.
How awesome has it been to be a part of this program?
Oh, it's been incredible. Thank you so much. It's been wonderful.
Well, thank you for all your work. But this is special for Andrea because this is it, right? Couple more weeks. Retirement is on the way.
24 days. I'm not counting, though.
How many years in education?
37.
37 years. Congratulations
Thank you
to
so
you.
much. Thank
We've
you,
had a
Ted.
great time with you. Thank you so much. Let's get to the forecast now, and we'll give you some